Would you be grateful to live in the mud? Would you be grateful to live in a house with no hot water and no electric? The client I'm with now, I came down one morning and he was moaning that the electric had gone, there was no hot water, and he was in a foul mood for the first half of the day, and I literally was just witnessing it, and I didn't really say much. Anyway, we drove down to the gym and there was this lady standing outside looking at her vegetables, and it had been absolutely hammering it down, thunderstorm the night before, and she lived in these mud huts, right, just cheap metal, but she just had the biggest smile on her face because obviously the vegetables had water overnight. So I said to him when we got to the gym, he was in a foul mood and he was getting his coffee, his fresh coffee that he could pay for. And I said, did you see the lady when we was driving down? He said, no. Oh, cool. I told him what she was doing and he's like, alright. I said, on your way home, we're going to stop off and I want you to go in there and I want you to tell her that yesterday you had your food delivered. Not only did you have your food delivered, it was fresh and it was weighed up to a certain amount that you need for your diet. I want you to then tell her that you opened the fridge door and you took out a cold bottle of water and you had the choice whether you was going to have orange juice or whether you was going to have a vitamin drink or whether you was going to have a Diet Coke. And I want you to tell her in the evening you had a nice warm hot shower, you woke up and went for a swim, and you charged your phones all night so you could speak to anyone in the world at any point, at any time, and make money. But then I also want you to tell her how distraught you was when that hot water and the electric was taken away from you. That you may have had to go to an internet cafe and do a bit of work. That you may have had to have a shower at the gym because you pay money to have a gym membership to be healthier, because you live a very good and comfortable life. And the one thing I notice with clients that are very wealthy, and I love you all to bits, is that the moment that life gets a bit uncomfortable, when you live such a comfortable life, the little things just knock them for six. They could be waiting at the first class lounge, but because the flight's delayed, they're pissed off. If you're in first class, your flight tickets cost about £10,000 to £15,000. It's a spoilt way that we live. I get that people work hard to be successful, but I get people also like the woman down the road. She just, that's life. That's how the reality of over here it is. You know, it's crazy that there's houses that are worth £3, £4, £5 million, and then there's mud huts on the same road that you drive up to go to. It's crazy. But if overnight you lost everything, which you could lose everything overnight in this world, in this economy, and it was taken away from you, would you be happy in a mud hut with metal over you checking your vegetables outside? You wouldn't. What's the point in having all the money in the bank if your soul is empty, if there's no happiness? I'm absolutely blessed to be sat here with a camera, with a fresh drink down there, in this chair, giving as much value as I possibly can. But you know the most beautiful feeling in the world is I drove past that mud hut yesterday. I drive past it every day, and she was sat outside with her son on a slab of concrete, playing with a toy car, and she had a smile on her face. If some kids' iPads have run out of battery, the whole world would end. And if some parents didn't have any hot water or electric, the whole world would end. I got humbled to appreciate life with nothing very recently, everything taken away from me. Life just went from hero to zero very, very, very quickly. And when I say everything was taken away from me, everything was taken away from me. But I was absolutely blessed to live with nothing and be happy with nothing, because it was the most beautiful feeling in the world, because now I know I can be happy when I have everything, and I know that I can be happy when I don't have anything. Get to a stage where internally you just create happiness, no matter what your environment is, no matter what challenges come to you. That is a very, very beautiful, peaceful place to be in.